An article from Culture Map Austin with commentary from me. Texas governor urges residents to stay home as COVID-19 cases explode. June 23rd, 2024, 07 p.m. Texas saw a record-breaking 5,000 new COVID-19 cases on Tuesday, June 23rd, marking yet another grim milestone in the pandemic. As new infections soar, Texas Governor Greg Abbott is urging residents to stay home. Now, this is very important to note. How many of these 5,000 new cases are asymptomatic? How many of these are people who are otherwise completely healthy who simply test positive for COVID-19? Trump himself has said that testing has been radically expanded. So, note in this article how little information they actually give you about these 5,000 new cases. We'll go through the rest of the article. Because the spread is so rampant right now, there is never a reason for you to have to leave your home, Abbott told KBTX and Bryan. Unless you need to go out, the safest place for you to be is your home. Who the hell do you think you are, Governor Abbott? We'll decide where the safest place for us to be is. You are not the dictator of Texas. Though Texas is about to hit 118,000 coronavirus cases, again, how many of them are symptomatic? They won't tell us. The fourth highest among U.S. states. Ooh, why could that be? Because Texas is the fourth most populous U.S. state? I don't know. I do have a training background in statistics, so you would expect if population is uniformly infected that the fourth highest populated state would have the fourth highest number of totals, but let's move right along. Abbott has said closing down Texas is a last resort. Oh, well, yeah, like you even have the authority, asshole. Instead, he said in his interview with KBTX, the state will continue to educate and reinforce the importance of maintaining 6 feet of distance, wearing masks, and washing hands. Oh, thanks for your education. The first obligation that we have is to make sure people around the state really comprehend the magnitude of the challenge we're dealing with. Yes, asymptomatic infection with no symptoms. Thanks. There remain a lot of people in the state of Texas who think the spread of COVID-19 is really not a challenge. Yeah, it's not, asshole. He said during the 8-minute interview. Today, Texas will report an all-time high of people testing positive. Because we have an all-time high of number of people tested. The coronavirus is serious. It's spreading in Brazos County and across the entire state of Texas. What evidence do you have that it is serious? Abbott noted that part of this education is the increase of enforcement around the state of Texas, citing Texas Alcoholic Beverages Commission's weekend sting that temporarily stripped 17 Texas bars of their liquor licenses, including 4 in Austin. The Gestapo going around harassing people. The governor's message comes less than 24 hours after a June 22nd press conference in which Abbott wore a face mask and acknowledged that they are helpful in preventing the spread of COVID-19. He did not, however, go so far as to issue a statewide mandate requiring residents to wear them. Oh, gee, thanks. Instead, he's largely left that to cities, including Austin, which recently made face masks mandatory in all businesses, restaurants, and shops. Okay, so notice, everything in here, except for the 5,000 new COVID-19 cases, is a just aggressive appeal to authority assertion. So let's click on this link for this 5,000 new coronavirus cases for the first time. All right, the coronavirus is serious, he asserts. It's spreading. All right, let's see what's going on there. Our jackass governor, Republican Governor Greg Abbott, said Tuesday that Texas has surpassed 5,000 new coronavirus cases in a single day for the first time. Oh, look, reasserting the same thing, like letting us think from the previous article that there was more evidence involved. It's just reassertion. Okay, fine. Another troubling milestone as the largest pediatric hospital in the U.S. begins taking adult patients to free up bed space in Houston. Okay, so now we're actually going to get into hospitalizations. The announcement comes after Texas eclipsed 4,000 new cases for the first time just last weekend. Again, they don't tell us how many are symptomatic. Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease expert, told lawmakers in Washington on Tuesday that the next couple of weeks are going to be critical in Texas and other states that are trying to curtail an alarming spike in new cases. Okay, there remain a lot of people in the state of Texas who think that the spread of COVID-19 is not a challenge. Abbott told Bryan television station KBTX, the coronavirus is serious. It's spreading. Oh, look, same shit as the last article. He did not offer an exact number of new positives or tests in total, which were expected to be available later Tuesday. So the actual numbers that would give this any kind of context, they're not available right now. No, just be afraid. But Abbott said on Monday, underscored that the infection rate in Texas has doubled since late May to nearly 9%, and that the state reached an 11th consecutive day of COVID-19 hospitalizations with more than 3,700. Now, here's the important thing to note about COVID-19 hospitalizations, how that's defined, okay? If you go to a hospital for any reason, and you test positive for COVID-19, and you will be tested, then you are a COVID-19 hospitalization. You break your leg, you go to the hospital, they test you for COVID, you test positive, you're a COVID-19 hospitalization, okay? So get the fuck out of here with this bullshit statistic. Abbott is now emphasizing face covering more strenuously than at any point he has during the pandemic. He has not taken new actions that many Democrats have called for, including making face covering mandatory, but hinted Tuesday that new measures could be coming. Oh, wow, I'm just so excited. Abbott has stressed that Texas still has plenty of hospital beds. Yeah, it does, as a matter of fact. Like, we're totally nowhere near capacity. We're doing great. But some of the state's largest medical centers are starting to carve out new spaces to manage rising caseloads. Texas Children's Hospital, the largest pediatric hospital in the United States, said Tuesday it was admitting adult patients across its campuses to free up more hospital bed space in the Houston area. Vague generalities designed for one purpose: to keep you in a state of panic. The number of COVID-19 positive hospital patients in Harris County, notice that again, COVID-19 positive hospital patients, not people hospitalized due to COVID-19. They're never going to give you that. In Harris County, which encompasses Houston, has nearly tripled since May 31st because people are willing to go to the hospital because the lockdown ended. Our power on the local level was stripped away. We started opening up, Mayor Sylvester Turner said Monday. I said 2 months ago, I thought we were moving too quickly, too fast. Oh, thanks, idiot. And now we find ourselves where we are today. So let me get this straight. Because we suddenly started testing tens of thousands of more people every single day with every single interaction with a hospital, you're pretending that that's a sudden wildfire of new sick people. There is no evidence of any increase in the number of new sick people. You are deliberately spreading panic. In another development, the Texas Juvenile Justice Department said late Monday that a youth at the Giddings State School tested positive for COVID-19, marking the first confirmed case of the virus at a Texas juvenile detention facility. For most people, the coronavirus causes mild or moderate symptoms that clear up within weeks. But for others, especially older adults and people with existing health problems, the highly contagious virus can cause severe illness, including blah, 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 blah. Who gives a fuck? Okay, that's enough of that. Goodbye.